blink and it's December. I mean, literally, blink and it's December. And that does, though, give us information that we didn't have, say, in February or March. We have the Cent, we have the S-Mint Proof Silver Eagle, we have the Kennedy, 3 all no longer being produced after this year. And the more surprising was, to me, the Kennedy, because we've been making it just for collectors since the year 2002, 20 plus years ago. But when you look at the 2025 numbers, how many coins they made, how they certified, how many are known to exist, something just stands out. There's a big time sleeper in this crowd. And tonight, anyways, for a few minutes, we're going to start with it. Here we go. So the Kennedy half dollar, as I referenced, was discontinued in the year 2001. It was the last year it was made for circulation. 2002, they brought it back just for collectors. They released rolls and bags on the U.S. Mint's website. They also then put them in the uncirculated set, which they have been doing. So we have 3 options. That's the way it's been for over 20 plus years. We're in the year 2025 right now. So we're looking at a good number of years where, even though it wasn't in circulation, there was 1.5 million to 2 million collectors that bought every year from the U.S. Mint, which means we got to keep on making these coins. Well, that decision was changed this year because of next year's USA 250 program. And they already said the half dollar will be a different design totally. No Kennedy, no Eagle with shield reverse. Kennedy is done. And that just created shockwaves. And again, I was shocked as well, knowing that, again, they've been making it for 20 years just for collectors. And then you look at just how they produced the coin, how many they made, and how few of them are known certified. So let's just go to the jugular first. You are looking at the advanced release coins. The only advanced release Kennedy half dollars uncirculated from the U.S. Mint this year came from official uncirculated sets. The Kennedy rolls and the Kennedy bags were not part of the advanced release program. They did not qualify. They were not out to any of the group of dealers that works with the U.S. Mint. Just the uncirculated sets. That's why they have the big A on the holder. That changes everything because otherwise there'd be a multiple releases. There's only one. The other part is looking at the numbers. And the numbers are staggering. Now, let's start with mintage and we'll kind of walk our way to this crazy number on the advanced. Because by the way, there's less than 500 sets known. If you go back a couple of years ago, the U.S. Mint made over 58 million Kennedy half dollars, which means they were getting into circulation even though they told us they weren't, right? That's just kind of what it was. Then in 24, they scaled it back over 20 million, down to 37 million. Okay, I see this. And then this year, they scaled it way back, down to 27. And then they announced no more. This is the end of the program as we know it. 62 years, by the way. This design has been out there, the same design, since 1964. Obverse, reverse, identical. 62 years. But the low number from this year compared to just 2 years ago, basically half. Something to take notice to, all right? Now let's get into the second part. We love certified coins. And that is because one thing is true. In collecting, firsts and lasts, what they call the bookends, are always significant. And again, look at all the other collectible areas. Postage stamps, no different. How about comic books, first edition? How about books in general, first edition? How about collectible sports cards? Rookie cards is what they call it, right? Always the first. But then the quality of that first matters. If you look at like a 57 Chevy, one of my favorite comparisons, right? You find that car in cherry condition with 2,000 miles on it, it's going to be worth a pretty penny. And we all understand that. If you get the car and it has 100,000 miles on it, it's still worth a significant premium because it was the first year. So there's this process of quality matters on top of rarity. When you look at these coins, the 2025 Kennedy half dollars, it's amazing. Outright amazing. If you look at the website, they tell us that in 67, 68, and 69 grade, and there are no 70s, and there's only 13 sets in advanced 69. So we're talking about these are special. But that number is 4,785. A very small number considering how many coins have been made. And the numbers are incorporating all of them. We just know that the advanced means they came from uncirculated sets. Maybe why we got a little extra quality, a little better quality, and got luckier with grades, right? The Denvers are 451. The Philadelphias are 437, which means the maximum number of sets is 437. Now, we had these available earlier this year. Many of you might have jumped in and joined us at that time. A few other networks had them too. They had them at $3.99 the last time we saw this coin, this set, in this grade up. By the way, we're advanced release. Ours are significantly rarer. As I referenced, 4,785 67s, 437 advanced release sets. We're talking less than 10% of the global number. That is outright special. So they're at $400 basically for a regular 67 set, and they're having no problems with it. We have the rarer version tonight at basically half the price. Always about finding the needle in the haystack, and everybody, this is the needle out of the coins from 2025. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. Multiples? Yes. We have X number of sets that are in our inventory, and that's what they are, and then when they're gone, they're gone. Last week, we had a gazillion sellouts. Thank you all for that as part of our specials. But tonight, how about the story of the year, the Kennedy No More? How about the mintage, and now how many are known in quality condition? And then you take that one step further. How many of them are on the advanced release, which is the label that has brought significant premiums after the market for years and years now? Where regular might be 200, the advanced is 350, 400 every time. So the advanced has a significant weight because of how few are known. Well, tonight, how few are known? 437 sets. What's the price from our competitors? $3.99. What's our price? $179.95. That's one crazy deal. And it's why we call this deal the daily deal.